the biggest problem with the other furnace that I tried first, it was more of a throw together thing. It looked like it had parts and pieces from many different things, and it had its own air compressor built on the motor, which was extremely loud and irritating, and gave us all sorts of grief when the motor eventually did give us trouble, and I couldn't even locate a source to get a new motor. Couldn't get calls returned from the supplier, and I ended up modifying it myself and put plumbing in an airline, and it worked fine for another year until I decided to just scrap the whole thing and get a clean burn furnace, and I've been extremely pleased ever since.
The life expectancy on clean burn is a lot longer than the other products. A lot of those other products you buy cheap. You buy them like over the telephone or just out of a magazine, and there is no, you buy it, it's yours. Whatever you have to work on it yourself. You have to train yourself to work on this unit. You have no technical support to get parts. You might need a part, and it might take you a month to get the part. Where clean burn, if you need a part, you call, it's usually shipped the same day. There's the support you get behind clean burn is not just the sales, but it's all behind the service, and the DSI company, we definitely stand right behind that furnace, no matter how old it is or how new it is. We're always behind you.
There were three different choices, and one of them was black gold, I think it was, and we talked to a fellow that had the black gold and he wasn't very happy with it. So Brian, my boss, had done some investigating into what would be the better product for us, and clean burn kept on popping up. So we talked to the clean burn people in Calgary, and they put us together with Dion Supply in Vancouver, and now John and Gary are looking after our operations as far as maintenance and whatnot. But as far as picking the initial one out, I think it was probably, word of mouth, plus the clean burn people in Calgary, coming together and saying, oh, this is what we can provide for you and whatnot.
Well, the clean burn machine is an excellent machine. I mean, it just, like I said before, the older machine from the different manufacturer, we had to use natural gas or electric heat or whatever to help heat the building. Clean burn, this machine, it heats the whole building, no problem. Even when it's 20 below, it still heats the building. There's not a problem.
There are several different technologies in used oil fired furnaces. Clean burn has a 3-pass heat exchanger. So when we're running a flame through the heat exchanger, those gases actually go through 3 passes. So we're trying to pass those gases over as much metal as we possibly can. And this results in high efficiency burn.
If you take some of the other products that are out there, they will have one long combustion chamber. And typically it's called a blast tube. And at one end you got the burner, and as it goes through, it exits out through the chimney, and whatever they blow off in terms of heat to the facility is only coming off the combustion chamber, not all the hot metal that's on the flue system. So just from that perspective alone, the volume or the amount of hot air that's being discharged is so much more. So in other words, if you're spending so much money to have that oil put through your system, you'd want to be able to get as much hot air out into your system as you could.
When you see the quality of the equipment, and if you look at what we can do and what we can provide from the service and support aspect, we're confident that they're going to buy a clean burn. Now, not everybody does buy a clean burn, but it's amazing how a lot of people, virtually everyone's second furnace is a clean burn. Once they've had the others and they've seen, we find that many of those replace them with clean burns. And when I look at our customer base, when the clean burn has went through its useful life and they want to trade it in, they're coming back to us.
Watch out for other products. I've been down that road. I wasted the first $9,000 on a furnace that was just a big letdown, and I think it sometimes costs very little extra to get a good product the first time, and I won't hesitate to buy another one. The service has been there, the quality's been there. You can tell it's a built from the ground up product. It's not thrown together with a bunch of pieces and parts from other things. It was designed from the ground up, and it works.